Lucas up into P4 at the moment, sitting there. He'll go into the slipstream. Ramadipa in P2 now as your race leader, or what was your race leader, your pole sitter, Gabarini, ran wide and had a massive moment there of a wet race.
The run into turn 5, Christian Borelli now in P1.
Yeah, great ride so far for the number 7. Enjoyment, but right now it'll be mainly nerves as Kano, a save and then he is down. Kano, he lost the front. Ramadipa is going to win race.
Assalamualaikum, halo semuanya. Jumpa lagi dengan Supriyan Satria di channel Bukaan Pengawal. Apa kabar teman-teman? Saya berharap kalian semua selalu dalam keadaan baik, sehat dan dilancarkan rezekinya. Oke teman-teman, lanjutan kejuaraan Eropa Talent Cup musim 2025 sudah melakoni seri ketiga dari 7 seri yang dilombakan. Ajang balap Eropa Talent Cup seri ketiga musim ini akan berlangsung di sirkuit Manicos, Prancis pada hari Minggu tanggal 6 Juli 2025 sebanyak 2 race. Sebagai informasi, di seri ketiga pembalap debutan asal Indonesia Kiandra Ramadipa akan start dari posisi kedua teman-teman. Nah, seperti apa aksi dan perjuangan Kiandra Ramadipa di race 1 ini? Akankah kembali mencatatkan sejarah baru di Eropa Talent Cup? Buat teman-teman pecinta balap yang baru menemukan channel ini, silahkan tekan tombol subscribe dan like sebagai bentuk dukungan bagi pembalap Indonesia. Tanpa berlama-lama lagi, silahkan simak dan tonton ringkasan videonya berikut ini.
For 9 laps of drama here at Magny-Cours is going to be Matteo Gabarini going from pole position alongside Ramadipa and Bahosa of our European Talent Cup grid. Enriquez starts alongside Perez and Volksberger and Carapusha as Ethan Sparks, Sanchez and Dark, of course, row 9. It's going to have Kano on it as the final row of our grid, of course, having Tambourine alongside as well. Var Lucas hoping for a good result in the 46 as we go racing in race 1 of the European Talent Cup. It's lights out as we head to turn 1. It's quite a long drag on these ETC machines as it's almost free wide going into turn 1. Now 69 Bahosa up into P2 there for him, but at the front it still continues to be the Italian, the 81 Gabarini leading the field. Var Lucas up into P4 at the moment. Now, as your race leader, or what was your race leader, your pole sitter, Gabarini ran wide and had a massive moment there, so perhaps just getting caught out offline.
Perhaps getting caught out by the conditions, just running wide. A bit of smoke coming there, perhaps just under braking the tyre, locking slightly, or a bit of rubbing. Oh, a big crash at turn 5.
Yeah, so a big crash at turn 5. Quite a few riders down there, certainly on, and now trying to get into the slipstream. Gabarini had indeed dropped back, but perhaps now going to be dropping back for even further down the order, back down to P5, because, well, Lucas on United Riders, it was a big group, and then you'll just see the incident there. Number 70 on the ground, and it all just bunched up on the inside. Riders trying to initially take avoiding action of the first rider, and then as they did that, everyone his tail as things stand, as 69 looks up the inside once more. A dive bomb there over at turn 13, and now Ramadipa is going to fight back as they head into the final sector now as the cleanup operation at turn 5 continues.
Yeah, Bahosa looked like he got a great start as lights went out, was just unable to hold P1 through turn 1. Obviously, if he goes on the green while he's taking that long lap, he'll then have to do it again, so he has to be very careful. I suspect his strategy was to try and get away at as much of a gap as possible. Hasn't been able to do that. We're seeing a 5-rider group fighting for victory here. and it looks like he's just making a move into the lead ahead of Ramadipa under braking at turn 5.
Yeah, now of course we'll carry on. Ramadipa fighting back straight away as well, they make their way towards turn 6 now, and then we're heading towards where the long lap penalty actually is located. So 69, will he take the first of his long laps this time around? It looks like he will, so diving into the long lap penalty now, should lose around 2 or 3 seconds. Where will this drop him back to? He entered P3 inside the podium places.
Bahosa was around Cano when he rejoined, so 12th, 13th place perhaps for the Spaniard.
As now Alvaro Lucas looking up the inside. The 69 looks up the inside, but the CEF Moto Aspar rider thinking better of it, slotting back into P3 for the time. Is that Carlos Cano that he slots in behind? So perhaps P3 in the race. Longarella sets the fastest lap, but that was soon beaten by 2-3 riders as Carlos Cano now holds the fastest lap. So Cano pushing on. Perhaps this is going to be his charge to get inside the top 10 as Gabarini hits the front once more. So the 81 showing true pace and showing that he belongs in P1.
Yeah, obviously ran wide on the first lap from pole position, but hasn't let it affect him. He's just quietly gone about his business. Now back in the front. We see Cano going side by side on the run into turn 5, and Bahosa looks like he's ahead. Is he going to go up the inside with the number 20 as well? He is.
A solid move there, of course. Another 25 points will be what he wants to get as he looks up the inside of Alvaro Lucas.
It will be, yeah, exactly what he's looking for. As we see, they come through the final chicane, taking a couple of different lines. Some riders
there for the 26. So disappointment there for him. So that will be an end as the marshals try and get that bike.
Let's see who that is. It's a number 45. So it is Longarella who takes the lead. Gambarini running wide again at turns 2 and 3. We've just had confirmation that the number 99 has taken. So that's Remy Samwan has completed his long lap penalty. As we head down on the run through turns 4 and into turn 5.
Get yourself up in a nice position. It's almost 3 wide heading into the Imola section of the circuit, the chicane.
Up to 4th place, an incredible He's actually into 3rd now. He's ahead of his championship rival. So, Cano from the 9th row, fighting for the podium positions out in front. Borelli is leading Alvaro Lucas, but there's nothing to separate them, and turn 3 will be crucial. It's time to get the power down. Whoever gets the power.
Longarella and Lucas. Now they've been on attack from lap 1, and well, you have to wonder, is that just going to be a strategy to try and bunch everyone up once again? Because quite a few riders, they do enjoy a group, and they do enjoy being able to get in the mix and allow other riders to trip up each other.
They do, and we just see Alex Longarella leading the race. Now he just gets ahead, and Alvaro Lucas passes Cano as well, but Cano's fighting back into the 180-degree corner. Can he do 2 for 1 once again? He can. Although it looks, yes, no, he has been able to make it stick. It is a big group.
Snatch the lead, although they're 3 wide once more. Ramadipa as well, trying to make up a few positions. That's going to demote the likes of Longarella further down the order. So Longarella all the way back down to P5, and already the field taking a lot of curb at the final chicane as Cano's side by side. He is the inside line for turn 1. And well, the number 1, the reigning champion, back into P1.
He had a superb exit out of that chicane. They took slightly different lines, and that helped Cano back into the lead through turns 1. Different lines, and that helped Cano back into the lead through turns 1, 2, and 3. But he now is giving everyone else a tow behind him.
Yeah, he's giving everyone a run for their money, that is for sure. As we head on to the penultimate lap, the 69 looks up the inside. That is Bahosa. Up the inside he goes, and straight away as well. The 40 done it in a silent way, but as we say, actions speak louder than words. He's up and they come towards the final sector and make their way into what's known as the high school complex. Heavy into the braking zone once more, and Alvaro Lucas, his bike's on the move underneath him, but he does get it stopped. He gets it turned and gets it out towards the final chicane now. Tricky to make a move through the final as we enter the final lap. Longarella leads from Ramadipa with Lucas in 3rd, Cano in P4 and Bahosa in P5.
It's going to be a very tense final lap. We've got Cano looking for a remarkable victory from 26 on the grid. His title rival will obviously want to prevent a points gain for the number 1. And Ramadipa through turn 4, that looked like taking the lead. Obviously, that will change on the run into turn 5.
Yeah, on the break is at turn 5. One or two moves to be made. Ramadipa though has the inside line. Heavy on the brakes. It is Kano who was bravest. As now we continue our battle. We continue our run. Kano's team watches on with, I'm sure, a little bit of enjoyment, but right now it'll be mainly nerves as Kano, a save, and then he is down. Kano, he lost the front, he tried to save it, and when saving it, it brought him back into the middle of the circuit. So number 1 is down on the deck. 3 quarters of a lap left. And well, in disappointment, they'll go again. Gap to the rest of the field. That's Longarella who has crashed. Your championship leader is down. Of course, later on in race 2, Ramadipa lead with Lucas. It's just them two at the moment, as this race is going to go down to the wire once more. It's last lap time, it's last sector time, folks. Walk off as Ramadipa leads with just 2 corners remaining. Ramadipa is going to win race 1 of ETC. Celebrates over the line, and it is going to be the 32 in P1. What a finish, what a result. 90 spot on the podium by Hosa in P4. Gabarini P5 after starting from pole. But frustrations you would have to think for both riders, really, but to pay. And of course, for your championship leader, he really wonders what could have been a solid ride, and now he's going to have all that work to do again. Ramadipa though does win, 3rd in the championship now. For him, 60 points to his name on the Honda Asian Dream Racing Junior team. With his team, and with his teammate actually at the moment. An unforgettable day, that is for sure. P1 for the 32. I'll begin down in Parc Ferme, where of course we'll be able to hear from him once he speaks to Jack, once he has a moment to reflect on exactly.
Yeah, it's an amazing race for me. I give my best, I just do my best, and I try to be clever in every corner, and I try to make good last lap. Terima kasih semuanya, alhamdulillah saya mendapat kemenangan di race 1 ini. Saya akan coba lebih lagi di race 2 nanti. Doakan saya semua. Assalamualaikum.
And that is P1. That is victory for Ramadipa.